Welcome to SlowTalk English, the podcast that helps you learn English through calm, clear, and meaningful listening. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that, while seemingly paradoxical, has a profound impact on our ability to learn and master new languages, how social media is holding back your English learning progress. We'll delve into recent scientific research and reliable insights to understand the subtle, yet significant, ways these platforms can hinder your linguistic journey. Social media has become an undeniable force in our daily lives, connecting us, informing us, and entertaining us. At first glance, it might seem like a powerful tool for language learners, a constant stream of authentic content, opportunities for interaction, and access to global communities. However, a deeper look, supported by recent studies, reveals a more complex picture, where the very design of these platforms can inadvertently create barriers to effective language acquisition. Let's explore this idea together. One of the most significant negative impacts of social media on language learning stems from its effect on our attention span. Research consistently shows that the constant barrage of notifications, endless scrolling, and rapid content consumption on platforms like TikTok and Instagram train our brains for quick, superficial engagement rather than sustained, deep focus. For language learning, which demands prolonged concentration, analytical thinking, and the ability to process complex information, this fragmented attention can be detrimental. Studies have linked problematic social media use to lower language achievement as learners struggle to maintain the sustained focus necessary for grammar comprehension, vocabulary retention, and nuanced listening. Beyond attention, consider the quality of linguistic input. While social media offers authentic English content, it often comes in short, informal bursts, heavily reliant on slang, abbreviations, and visual cues. While this has its place, an over-reliance on such content can hinder the development of formal language skills, grammatical accuracy, and a broader vocabulary. Some research indicates that excessive exposure to informal social media language can even negatively influence a learner's ability to distinguish between formal and informal registers, which is crucial for effective communication in diverse contexts. Here's something you might not have considered: the psychological toll. The constant comparison, the pressure to present a curated self, and the fear of missing out, FOMO, prevalent on social media can lead to anxiety and reduced self-esteem. For language learners, this can manifest as a fear of making mistakes, reluctance to practice, or even a feeling of inadequacy when comparing their progress to others. This emotional burden can significantly impede the learning process, as confidence and a willingness to experiment are vital for language acquisition. Of course, it's not all negative. Social media can offer benefits, such as exposure to native speakers and cultural insights. However, the key lies in intentionality and balance. Many studies emphasize that the problematic use of social media is what creates negative consequences. This means passive consumption, excessive screen time, and allowing these platforms to dictate your attention rather than using them as a targeted tool for learning. What if we looked at this from another angle? The challenge isn't social media itself, but how we engage with it. To mitigate its negative effects on language learning, we must cultivate digital discipline. This involves setting boundaries for screen time, actively seeking out high-quality educational content, and using social media for purposeful interaction rather than mindless scrolling. It's about reclaiming control over your attention and directing it towards activities that genuinely foster growth, including your English learning. Ultimately, you need to understand how social media can hinder your English learning progress so you can recognize the subtle forces shaping your habits and ultimately make intentional choices that support your intellectual freedom and linguistic mastery. By being aware of these challenges, you can turn potential distractions into opportunities for more focused and effective learning. Thanks for listening. That was today's episode of SlowTalk English. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And remember, keep listening, keep growing.